98462 and 87546 were still feeling indignant, having been scolded by Sir Topham Hatt severely. They thought they were in the right, and constantly criticized him and the other engines for this. "I should be pulling high-speed expresses, not slow goods," complained 98462 one evening. "I'm clearly too good for this whole flipping railway." "That makes two of us," agreed 87546. "I should be in use, not standing in the shed collecting dust like that relic Edward should be doing." "More likely Sir Topham Hatt should retire him, or just keep him into the shunting yards like little Thomas." "Can't pull his train without messing up, if you ask me."
"Is that so?"
Henry the Green Engine had overheard the conversation.
"Then perhaps you two should try shunting your own trains."
"I'd like to see you try, Henry."
"Oh, no, I couldn't,"
boasted Henry, pretending to show off his experimental design.
"I'm a hybrid engine, and we hybrid engines have no interest collecting our own trains, goodness knows."
"Oh, we'll shunt our own trains, all right. Won't we, 98462? "Oh, yes, 87546. First thing in the morning." Little did the two engines know that Henry had made a plan to make them see sense. It might have been better if they had. The next morning, 98462 called to the shed-master that 87546 was to be let out to look after his goods train. "It's Sir Topham Hatt's orders," he explained. "He came by last night in a hurry and told me to let you know. I have to look after Gordon's Express for him while he's away for repairs. His reversing gear's jammed, and it's ironically stuck on reverse, I'm told." The shed-master, suspecting nothing, agreed to this decision, and so it was arranged. By this point, the two blue engines were as good as their word. They set to work collecting their own trains. 98462 collected the coaches for the express, while 87546 arranged some freight cars for his goods. Thomas was surprised to see 98462's goods train assembled already. But he soon grew more confused than surprised when he recognized the actual number on the blue's tender. 87546? He said. "Aren't you supposed to be in your sheds? I mean, last I heard, you were banned for pulling trains, and shouldn't 98462 be collecting these goods?" "Shortage of engines, Thomas, and 98462 is looking after the express for him," 87546 said quickly, hoping Sir Topham Hatt hadn't heard everything. This was partly true, given Gordon's jammed reversing gear. But Thomas didn't realize that 87546 was lying to him. To make matters worse, what neither engine noticed was one of the couplings of two of 87546's freight cars had been loosened. The cause of this was two naughty boys, which were the sons of Henry's driver, who had been sent by the big green engine himself. Meanwhile, 98462 pulled into the big station, gloating with pride. "Finally, a proper engine on a proper train. That will show Sir Topham Hatt I'm a far better suit for the express than that Gordon." Little did he know that his crew had been called over by the station master to have a meeting with him at his office. It wasn't until only then when the same boys from earlier jumped onto his footplate and fiddled with his controls. His actual crew had reckoned without the conductor's whistle as a result. By then, the boys jumped out, just as 98462 pulled away, feeling very pleased with himself. As he pulled out, the two boys headed straight back to Henry, who was very pleased.
"Well done, you two,"
he grinned.
"That will show those two troublesome engines a lesson."
And indeed it would. At first, 98462 was enjoying himself enormously. Hurry, 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 he called to his coaches. Easy there, easy there, easy there, the coaches called back. In all honesty, it would have been a spectacular run, but 98462 reckoned without one thing. Presently, he began going faster and faster. He then realized there was no one in his cab. Help! Help! I can't stop! He cried. Far ahead, 87546 was now climbing up Gordon's Hill with his freight cars. It wasn't until they were halfway up when the loosened coupling finally gave way with a snap, and the last few cars began running backwards down the hill. Oh no! Cried 87546. Back, driver! Reverse! Quick! Further back, 98462, who was still out of control, suddenly noticed the runaway cars heading right towards him. Are you all right?
I think so. Who on earth is responsible for this?
That would be me.
It was Henry, coming into view with the breakdown train in tow.
So, 98462, how does it feel being a prime example of Top Link Express?
The big green engine's smugness suddenly turned into horror by the sight of 98462's passengers. You see, what none of the three engines had noticed was there was a dining car in Gordon's Express. Because 98462 had been going at such a dangerous speed, food and drinks had spilled all over the place. The passengers were more of a mess than hurt, and expressed their complaints to Sir Topham Hatt, telling him what a bad railway it was. That engine of yours! I hope you're going to pay for my spoiled clothes. This is the most ride. Give us our money back! Now, everyone, I'm sure your spoiled clothes will all be recovered. As for you two, I shall talk to you later. Henry, please set to work clearing up this mess at once.
Yes, sir,
sighed Henry. He then realized what he had done. That evening at the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt came to see the three engines. Well, I am absolutely appalled by your behavior during these trials. The other engines told me what you both said, and I am not pleased to say the least. But sir, it wasn't... The two engines protested, but it was no use. I am not in the mood to care, Sir Topham Hatt bluntly replied. You've both been rude, spiteful, careless bullies. I do not allow engines with an attitude like that on my railway. But you always assume that all the other engines are so useful, 87546 argued. Yes, sir. Why do they always get to? Started 98462. That's enough for the both of you. As soon as I can arrange it, you will both return to the other railway and never come back. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Sir Topham Hatt then turned to Henry. I confess that we're all fed up with their behavior, Henry, but you should know better than to use such antics to get revenge on others for bullying you. Furthermore, you should have let me arrange for a new engine to look after the express for Gordon, instead of all that had happened today. I am most disappointed.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
However, Sir Topham Hatt finished, smiling, since we will be receiving no more of their troublesome antiques on my railway, we will say nothing more. Now then, Henry.
Can I count on you and the other engines to handle all the trains between you until I can make other arrangements?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir,
smiled Henry happily, feeling much better.
At the end of the week, the 2 blue engines were ready to go. Not even Henry came to see them off. They didn't deserve it.